Hey, what's up, guys? This question just came in, and that is, how do you build trust with customers as a freelancer on a marketplace? So I guess they're talking about freelance marketplaces, I think, right? Well, I'm going to answer it that way and assume because I'm the freelance guy. So the way you build trust with your current customers is you do a good job. And I think that goes without saying. But I just want to reiterate that and let you guys know that the best way to earn trust with a client is to do what you say you're going to do. That's it. If you don't do that, whatever you do is not going to instill trust in them. So you just want to make sure you simply do what you say you're going to do. Now, if you're talking about how do you instill trust into your profile so that other freelance or other clients that are looking, or potential clients that are looking at you, feel that you're someone trustworthy. So that's really all going to be done on the profile itself, because hopefully, if you've done a good job with those former clients, that they will have taken some time out of their day to write you a review and tell the world how awesome you are. And that's going to be really powerful. Those testimonials, those reviews from real people, they carry a lot of weight, and it's one of the best things to alleviate concerns about whether you're a trustworthy person or something like that, because they will have seen that you completed the project, you did what you said you're going to do, and that makes these potential clients or these customers feel great. Now, I did want to mention too, when someone's meeting you for the first time, the big thing that I do to really instill that trust is to ask for a phone call or a video call or, a Zoom. Because there's that, one-on-one connection, communication. You guys can see if you both like each other. He can see that you're a real person, or she can see that you're a real person. And it really, sometimes it doesn't go well, sometimes it goes great, but that's going to be the big delineating factor on, I think, that relationship, or at least for the jobs that I'm doing, because they rely a lot on our personalities getting along. I've forced bad work relationships when I knew that it probably wouldn't work, and that's not great. And ultimately, you want to come to these conversations being yourself, being open, being honest, letting them know if maybe you don't know how to do something, and that's that one phone call is going to really instill a lot of trust, because not a lot of people take their time, or freelancers will do that. They just want to kind of move from project to project and won't establish that relationship early on, which I think is so important. Again, especially for the jobs that I'm doing. I'm not doing these like little gig jobs here and there, but these are $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 projects sometimes. So they definitely want to get on the phone and make sure that you're a real person, that you're just not hijacking someone's profile on Upwork or something like that. But yeah, I would do those things early. And as you accumulate the different reviews and testimonials, it'll get easier and easier to establish your trust. These days, by the time these clients get on the phone with me, there's very little mistrust, right? Or, they don't believe that I'm the type of guy that's like gonna grift them or tell them a bunch of stuff that I'm not going to do, or play these games, because they see all of the past experience. They know that I take freelancing very seriously. They know that I don't want to get in trouble on Upwork or let them know I'm doing a bad job. This is my business. This is all like this. They see that resonates with other business owners when you come to the table with that, because that's the mutual respect. I was thinking about this the other day, about how we've had this employee boss relationship for so long. And in the past, it was like you had to go to these interviews, and the boss or the person giving you the interview there was a obvious power, change, right? Or delta there. The employer is obviously way up here. The person trying to find the job is way down here. The person down here is very nervous. They're an unemployed person, or maybe they're obviously trying to leave their job. And then here you are, the HR department head, and they have everything that you want. They have the job at this job that you're looking for, or at this work. So there's these big power shifts these days happening where it's like, now I'm getting on these calls and it's more like a partnership, right? It's less of a employee boss dynamic. They don't see me as their employee. They see me as someone who probably knows a lot more than them about digital marketing and funnels and design and optimization and all tech stuff. So they're coming to the table being like, wow, thanks for showing up. Do you think that that's how they would feel at an interview, in the past? It's completely different. And we're going to see more and more of that, how people are at level playing fields, and you have something that you can offer this person, and they need that just as much as you need the money coming from them. So it's like, it's really, at the end of the day, I'm loving the dynamic that's going on, because it's all out of mutual respect and trust for completing and doing what you say you're gonna do. And we're just getting started with that, because I just love seeing that change, that rift happen. So other ways you can also establish trust. Again, I think video does a great job. So if you wanted to also send like a loom with your proposal and things like that, I think that's another kind of power play move you can do, because like you're watching this video right now, you can see my mannerisms, how I speak, like what I do, and that's gonna make some people turn this video off. They're gonna be like, I don't want to watch Adam anymore. I don't like him, and that's fine. But some people are gonna be like, oh, Adam's got some good information. Adam seems to know what he's talking about. I want to watch more videos, and that's effectively my goal here. And that's really similar to why I really preach like having a lot of video on your profile on these freelancing platforms, because you need that filter. You need to differentiate the people that are gonna not be into you from the people that are really gonna be into you. Because if you can just dissect those people, get them on a call, I think it's gonna go much better, because now you're already kind of filtering out the people that may not come to the table with that respect that you want. So that's what I would do. You definitely always want to keep building it, because like my dad said, it could take a lifetime of building trust, right? But it takes 1 second to destroy trust. And that's so scary, but it's so true. So you just want to make sure that you're staying above board. You're doing, again, everything that you say you're going to do to the best of your ability. If you can't, just be honest about it. No one's perfect. It's okay. Just don't lie or go these weird paths with clients that I've seen people get into weird situations with. And again, there's reviews. So if you do something stupid, like everybody's going to know about it. These things don't happen in a vacuum anymore. So you want to be cognizant of that. And the whole business dynamic is going to be more and more built on trust. So make sure you're staying ahead of it. Make sure you're doing your best to alleviate any situations that are going to detract from it. And if you're asking these questions, how to develop and build trust and customer, blah blah blah, you're already on the right path, because you give you give a hoot. And some people don't even think about trust, or think it's normal for someone that gives a stranger money online. Of course not. Like, you gotta know, like, who am I paying? Like, who who is this person working for my business? Like, can I trust them? Like, all these things, like, just as in you would in real life. Like, if I found a stranger off the street and I needed some groceries, would I give him $30 to go and run and get groceries and come back to me? No. I'm probably going to use Uber because I trust that if my money gets messed up, I'm going to get that money back. So, that's a way of developing some synthetic trust. And I think Upwork also does a good job of that if you're talking about Upwork, because it definitely filters out people and definitely gets you to a much higher place, being top rated, expert vetted, rising star, all these things. These are all based on building trust, and Upwork's just helping with you. And that's why it's so awesome, because there's not a lot of ways people can verbalize being trustworthy. You can't just be like, oh, I'm honest, I'm trustworthy, I'm this, I'm that. Like, most of the time, anyone who starts a sentence like, oh, trust me, I'm going to do this, or, oh, you have to believe me, those are the most full of, I'm not going to curse anymore because I think YouTube hurts my views. Or at least I'll blame my low views on that. But no, seriously, like, anybody that says that stuff is already thinking. Like, I always think, like, anybody who like starts sentences off like that, it's like, do the opposite. Like, okay, I don't trust you anymore. So just think about that kind of language, as I'm saying it. Do trustworthy things. Don't say trust. And I think you're going to be all right. Thanks for the great question. This was different, and I really appreciate it. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.